right, it's your boy Masta B here live from the MMB Radio studios for the MMB Radio podcast where no topic is too big or too small. We talk about them all. And right now I want to welcome in a woman who has been on the show before and I have to say is the 2015 most downloaded and most listened podcast guest on MMB Radio, Miss Annabelle Peaks. How are you?
I'm doing great. That's such a nice introduction. That's pretty cool, by the way, that I'm the most downloaded podcast. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, not only of 2015, but of all time on MMB Radio. So
Of all time?
Of all time. You have over like 10,000 downloads and listens of the last time you were on the podcast, which is fucking bonkers. Like, I couldn't even, like, wrap my mind around that. You know, when I started doing the podcast, it was something that, you know, obviously you wanted to be successful and but you want to have fun with it. But then I was like, wow, over 10,000 listens. Like, that's crazy. So shout out to all the people that downloaded it and listened to it. And shout out to you. Thank you for being so fucking amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So last time we talked to you, you were still fairly new in the game. You were still, getting your feet wet as well as other things wet. And
I was getting wet.
Yeah, you were just getting wet in general. And 10,000 downloads later, what have you been up to? I mean, you only had like a couple scenes and under your belt last time. Now, what's been going on with you?
Well, it is incredible. The whole year that's gone by has been pretty amazing. I think I don't count exactly how many scenes I need to, but I think I've done about 70 scenes, and so that means I've been on in porn scenes for like at least 70, and it's been the whole year. And then I've webcammed the whole year, and I've gone to the Exotica conventions and I won some Inked awards, and I'm just pretty happy.
I would say you've accomplished so much in such a short period of time. Have you, like, at any moment during this whole process, have you just taken a step back and just kind of thought, damn, like, this is crazy? Like, did you envision it was going to be like this? And, what was your emotions going through that?
Well, I have high goals, so when I started porn last year, because it's been a year and 2 days or something like that since I started the porn industry. And since when I started it, I said I'm either going to go full bore or I'm not doing it at all. Like, go big or go home, work your ass off, just work hard and give it my all every time. So I was, I wanted to be big and huge, and I wanted my name out there, and I wanted 100,000 followers on Twitter, and I wanted to win or get nominated for an AVN award. So the goals that I set, I'm actually accomplishing, which is pretty damn fantastic. So
yeah, I would say so. And you've done the Exoticas, and I got to meet you at Exotica, which I was like totally thrilled about. I was like, I just got to meet you at Exotica, and kind of tell everybody how that experience was.
I love Exotica conventions, and this will be my first AVN convention in a couple of weeks, so I hope it's very similar. But Exotica conventions are just wild and fun. I mean, I get to be myself. I get to see people that have met me on cam before. I think that's hot. Like, some people are like, well, what do you say when you go up to somebody and be like, I've totally seen you naked on cam and jerked off, to you, and I'm like, that's super flattering. Like, that's so flattering. I just want to, let you touch my tits and be like, here, now touch him in person.
I touched him in person, so everybody
you did. Yeah.
Be very envious, because I would be envious of myself. So you did like 70 scenes since then, and do you have any like major projects coming up, like where you're going to be like a feature, or are you just shooting content for websites?
Well, that's a good question. I don't have anything super major coming up. I mean, I do porn scenes as they come up. This week I'm in Florida and I'm shooting for Primal Fetish. So tomorrow I shoot my first scene for them this week. During the AVNs and after the AVNs, I'm going to shoot for Brazzers. And then I'm going to be going to Arizona to shoot for a couple of days there. So I'm going to kind of be around the country having sex. I'm pretty excited.
Now, you mentioned AVN, and we've had people on all week on the podcast talking about AVN. And for those who don't know about it or whoever listened to the past podcasts, I've been explaining what AVN is. But I've also been asking the guests to explain what it is. So it's taking place at the end of January in Las Vegas, the AVN Expo, and you can get information about that at avnshow.com. But I guess it'd be hard for me to ask you to explain what AVN is like, because this is going to be your first AVN, right?
And this will be my very first AVN. Like, I'm excited. I feel like a newbie. I'm pretty happy to go anywhere where I'm going to see fans. Anywhere. Just because I'm so excited to be able to say hi and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you like me. Like, out of all the girls out there, you choose to spend some time and some of your money, usually, hopefully they're paying for their porn and all that, on me. So it's flattering, and it just makes you feel like you're a part of their life, and hopefully I've touched them in such a positive way and things like that. It's flattering.
Well, if you haven't touched them in a positive way, I'm sure they've touched themselves in a positive way watching your porn.
Themselves in a positive way, yes. I like that.
So from what I've been told, AVN, you could go, it's kind of like Exotica, but it's a little more bigger scale. So assuming you'll be doing photos and autographs with fans while you're out there?
Absolutely. I actually geared all up with a whole bunch of shit for AVN. Like, I have posters and T-shirts, a calendar, a new set of signed pictures. Of course, I sell my panties when they're nice and fresh right off my pussy. And then, of course, you can take your picture with me, and hopefully you take your best friend approved picture holding my tits with my tits out. Yeah, that's what I do.
Now, you last time you were on the podcast, you were talking about you had like this big bag or box or prize thing that you were selling. It was like a grab bag of all kinds of good stuff. Are you gonna have something like that again?
That's right. I will. I had like a swag bag is what I called it, and for $100 you'd get the signed DVDs that I had, the signed pictures that I had, a pair of my soaked panties, just everything that I had in one convenient little bag for my best fans, or for my favorite fans who want a little bit of everything. Now I have more, so I don't know if I'll do a swag bag that has some of it, or I could put one of everything, but then I'd have to charge a little more. I haven't figured it out. I don't know. Yes. Well, there you go.
But yes, to sum it all up, yes. Yes is the answer. You're going to have a bunch of crazy, awesome shit there. And last time we were talking on the podcast, we came up with a marketing idea, the Feel Your Selfie. So you would still be doing that, where people be able to, like you say, grab a picture, with your boobs and everything.
That's right.
And how well has that marketing been going? I'm assuming a lot of people have been taking advantage of that.
Yeah, well, I always just, when somebody says, "Can I take a picture of you?" It's really, really common at Exotica and at AVNs that it's like $10 a picture, unless you're like super famous, and then they probably charge more. I have no idea. But I would charge $10 for a picture. And I just tell them, if you want a mom-approved picture so that you can say, hey, look at this beautiful woman I met, then you pay $10 and you go, and I put my arm around your waist and we do a picture. But if you want like a holy shit best friend approved picture where you're grabbing the hell out of my titties, then it's $20 and you can totally feel me up while we take a picture together.
That's the make your girlfriend or make your ex or whatever jealous picture.
Yeah. Plus, I kind of enjoy it. Did you know I like to play with my tits? So it's kind of fun to have a random guy just start massaging them while we're taking a picture.
Yeah. So.
And then I kind of like their friend. The friend who takes the picture is a good friend if he fucks the first one up. And then he's like, shit, that one's all blurry. We're just going to have to do it again. That's a good friend right there. I'm just saying.
See, I went to Exotica and I went solo, so I didn't get the. You were thinking ahead of me. I wasn't even thinking along that lines. But next time I see you, I'm totally down to give a mammogram. I'm so down for that. You know what I mean? Like, I can make sure you're cancer free. Like, I'm all for that.
Very good.
So you are still doing the webcam shows, and you had just recently tweeted out that that you were logging online on the webcam. So are you currently on your webcam now?
I'm currently on my webcam now. Yes, every
Okay.
once in a while somebody will tip me to do something dirty, and it's kind of fun to have you on the phone while I do it.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm like, before we came on, I had texted you and I said, like, geez, I hope somebody tips you really well, so that we could have like some kind of, excitement on the podcast. So I mean, I wish there was a way that I could channel into your viewers on the webcam and let them know that
No,
you got to
nope, you
tip her.
can't. You can't, but it's okay. It's all right. They'll if they like sometimes they like to tease me a little bit, and sometimes they like to deny me a little bit, and I kind of like both. So
Okay, okay. So what else do you have planned other than doing all this traveling, or like what other things, or put it this way, or what would you still like to do? I mean, you've done a lot since we last talked to you, but like what short term goals have you met, and what are you still like? Got to do that. Still haven't done that since we last talked.
oh man, what have I still not done? Well, there's always these new producers that I want to shoot for and stuff like that, because then I'll, have shot for more people. I just love doing scenes, and I just want to get out there as much as I can. So if I'm having sex and if I'm fucking, then I'm having a damn good time. I'm still waiting for a nice threesome. I'm still waiting for the Johnny Castle and how about Ryan Driller, or Johnny Castle and Chad White, or Johnny Castle and pretty much anybody else, as long as Johnny Castle's one of them, a threesome. Yeah, that would be nice. But I don't even know if Johnny Castle does threesome. So, it has to be two guys and me, because
Okay.
I want one in my mouth and one in my pussy at the same time. I just want that to happen just once. That's on my bucket list. We need it to happen. So no, that has not occurred yet.
Okay, so hopefully you can have that happen, and hopefully it's shot on video so that the world can see and experience it with you.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Now, a couple questions. I did get a couple questions and a couple of tweets from people from earlier. I was telling them to tweet in, and the one guy, Timothy Bolts for Life 4, he wanted to know,
Okay.
what part of Florida were you in? I'm assuming you're not going to give him a GPS to where you're at.
Yeah,
And
I'm not going to give you my GPS coordinate, but I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's where I shoot. Sometimes porn scenes are shot in Miami, but this week I'm going to be shooting in Fort Lauderdale.
now I'm assuming with the hash, or the handle Bolts for Life 4, I'm assuming he's probably close to the Tampa area somewhere. So.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
Yeah, so he's probably going to be driving around Fort Lauderdale looking for you, and hey, good luck
Well,
with
there you
that.
go. I'm pretty easy to spot. I have bright pink hair. I'll probably be out running in the morning because, oh my gosh, did you know that it's warm here in Florida?
And
Like, I got off the airplane and it was warm, and I was like, oh my gosh.
it's the weather's been so crazy this year. Like we got up to 65 today in the Philadelphia area, and it's dropping down like rapidly, and it's going to be like in the teens by the morning. And they're talking about snow this week, and it's crazy. So believe me, I envy you right now, because there's all this up and down weather shit that's going on in the Northeast is just sucks. But
Yeah.
so
No, I was pretty happy that it was warm. So I will be out running. So if you just happen to be up and about in the Fort Lauderdale area at like 6 a.m., you very well could, if you happen to be going down the street that I was running, would see me. But that's about it.
there you have it. If you
I don't even
do,
know. I don't even know where I am, so I couldn't even tell you. I'm sorry.
so you better not
I
run
have no
too
freaking
far.
clue where I am.
Well, don't run too far away from wherever you're staying, because you don't want to get lost.
That's true.
So another person tweeted, anyone to know. So you got you got amazing tats. Anyone to know if you had any other ink done in the last year?
No, I haven't had any new ink done, but I want to get my arm done, but I'm just so crazy particular that it takes me forever to finally get a new tattoo, because I have to see a design I like, and then I have to see somebody in action, like doing a good tattoo, so I know that it's not going to get blown out, and I know it's not going to be too deep, and I know their color is going to be good. Like, I am really particular about what shit goes on my body, because it's going to be there forever, so I want it to be top notch.
There you have it. So the guy was asking if you got any new ink. I don't know if you got a GoFundMe account or a PayPal that you can send her money and help her get some more ink done.
That's exactly right.
And this one tweet, I just wanted to shout this guy out because it wasn't even a question, but it was just a random tweet that I just found amusing. At T Topper, he had responded to the tweet and he says, "I'm going to say some offensive stuff to you. Offensive stuff said to you." So
I saw that too.
I don't know if he's going to be in the chat tonight, but you definitely have to share with us next time you're on the podcast what offensive shit he said to you. And do you like that kind of stuff? Do you like, when guys, are kind of vulgar to you, or is it kind of a turn off?
No, it's not at all. I don't like anything degrading, and I don't like anything disrespectful. Like, I am a woman, and okay, it might sound odd, but I would hope that a man wants a classy woman to go out with and then a dirty girl in bed, and that's kind of how I try to classify myself. Like, I love to be that naughty girl that you like, but you want to be treated with that realm of respect. Like, I'm a woman, and and I'm not. I won't ever do anything degrading. I just find it disrespectful. I find it distasteful. I don't like it at all. But he was being funny anyway, because obviously he wasn't going to be disrespectful. In fact, I am so happy. Like, some people say that when they get on cam, they get, people that are mean and stuff. And I rarely have anybody be rude or mean in my room. But I think it's just when you have a positive room, people are positive back to you. And I'm a positive person, so.
Just a ray of sunshine in the webcam room.
I am a ray of sunshine, yes.
So AVN, they also have the AVN Award Show, and I know you got to be nominated for some things. So what are you nominated for?
I'm actually nominated for 3 AVN awards. I'm nominated for 2 fan awards. That means that fans can vote for me every single day. For these awards, it's the hottest newcomer and the biggest web celebrity. And then I was nominated for best solo tease performance, which is like a panel vote that the AVN committee does in my performance in I Love Big Toys number 41. It was by Digital Sin. It's the one where I took like 5 or 6 big toys, fucked them all like crazy. I squirted on every one of them. I may have ruined a producer's shoes in the process. They had to mop up the floor like 6 times. It was, it was a really good shoot. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out.
Well, I saw on one of these paid sites, I forget which one it was now, but they had like a little behind-the-scenes thing, and I can't even remember what the name of the title of the clip was, but it was funny because you were like in a kitchen. It looked like you were in a kitchen. It was like hardwood floors, and you were
it was Mandingo. Okay, it was Dog Fart Productions with Katrina Jade and Mandingo, and I licked the squirt right off the floor. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. You're like I made a mess over here.
I love the taste of my squirt. It tastes sweet. It's fucking amazing. And I squirted all over the floor, and I was like, I gotta clean that up. So I cleaned it off of his cock, and then there was a whole bunch on the floor, so I just kind of cleaned it up. It was quite tasty.
And then what you were saying that you're for the award for I guess being like social media type thing. Is that what it is? Like that award for like being on the web and all that stuff? Like how does that work?
Are you talking about the AVN Award for biggest web celebrity? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like how do you get nominated for something like that? Do you have to have like a strong social media presence, or?
I think so. I honestly don't know why I was nominated for it, except that I know that AVN doesn't have a like best cam girl of the year type award yet. So I think the biggest web celebrity is kind of the equivalent to maybe a Cam Girl of the Year award. That's my guess. I mean, like I said, brand new newbie for AVN. So I don't really know, but that was my take on it.
Because I was kind of wanting to take a little bit of the credit of you being downloaded over 10,000 times on the podcast. Like the traffic you were bringing to my site, I feel like I should owe you a check or something now for.
Well, thank you. I'm honestly flattered to get interviewed because I think every interview gets to show another side of me, and it gets your name out there one more time and people might want to hear it. So, and then I tweet out about it and people get to hear me. So I'm just glad that you take the interview at all.
And the one thing, at one time, you were actually like the number one babe or woman or chick or whatever they call them on Free Ones, correct?
5 times in 2015, I was the number one girl on Free Ones.
That's crazy. Now, I don't know what the stats are at Free Ones. So if anybody that is from Free Ones or works for Free Ones can tweet us in and let us know, like if that's a record. But that's got to be crazy. Like, that many people are, like, Googling you and, like, looking at your porn. It's just, I'm mind blown for you.
Yeah, no, I was mind blown. I tweeted it out this morning because I just happened to get a text from somebody, and they said, you need to take a look at this. On the main page on freeones.com, there was like a listing of the top porn stars of last year, which would be 2015, and they listed them in like 1 to 20, and I was number 5 out of the entire year of porn star rankings or whatever. I don't know how they figured it out. Like, I don't know how they averaged it and things like that, but I was number 5. And I was like, holy shit, for the whole year. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. So I tweeted it out just because I was pretty happy. And I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter.
It does,
things
though.
that you feel.
I was reading reviews, and a lot of people are saying that if you kind of stay the course that you're on right now, that you quite possibly could be the biggest adult film star in quite a while. And like, that's, like I said, to me, I'm mind blown by that.
That's crazy awesome that you say that. I when I started porn, I said I want to be the best. I want to be the biggest, most well known. I want to be on top. I want somebody to say, who, Annabelle Peaks? Oh yeah, she's that porn star, and like I want it to be like that household name, and I want it to be mainstream. I want it to be like Annabelle Peaks, also tattooed model or whatever. Like, I want to cross boundaries, and then I want people to know that, like, that porn stars aren't all, aren't all crazy or aren't all druggies or aren't all, I don't even know. Like, I don't think anything negative about porn stars, but I don't know if there's a culture of that. And so I just want to make sure that I show that there's a way to be where you can be on top and still be a great person. So I don't know.
Well, you have your Twitter and your Instagram, and for people who are listening to you for the first time, first off, shame on you. Go listen to the other podcast and then this one. But where can people find you at online, just so everybody knows that they're following the right person? Because I'll be honest, there are a lot of fan pages for you, like fan Twitter accounts that are like retweeting your stuff, retweeting stuff that I tweeted out about you. Like, there's the Annabelle Peaks fans. Like, they retweeted stuff. They liked your tweets. Like, so everybody knows who the official Annabelle Peaks is. That's
true. Okay, so my Twitter is Annabelle Peaks XX. My Instagram is Annabelle Peaks XX. And then you can find me on Chatterbait at Annabelle Peaks XX. See, I tried to make it easy for everybody. And then I'm on My Free Cams, and I think I'm just Annabelle Peaks there. And I'm on live once in a while as Annabelle Peaks. So you can Google my name. You'll find me. I'm all over the place.
Well, we hope that you come back with a couple awards at the AVN show, and we appreciate you talking to us a little bit. I know you got a busy schedule, and you got to get up early and, get fucked.
Fucked. Yeah, tomorrow I got to get up early, and I might go for a run, and then I get to have sex all day. So I'm pretty
while the rest of
tomorrow.
us have to get up early and do actual real jobs, don't get to have as much fun as you.
Hey, it is a real job to have sex. I mean, fuck, you have to make it look pretty. You have to hold your legs open at a certain angle so you don't mess up the camera.
This is all the stuff you've learned since the last time you were on the podcast.
That's right. I mean, come on, fuck me, make it feel good, but damn it, open my legs up so that the camera can see,
Definitely. Well, like I said, we appreciate you calling in and talking to us a little bit. And anytime you want to come on the podcast, the door is always open here for you. Like, we adore you here at MMB Radio, and we just hope to see bigger and more exciting things, and we'll touch base with you in a couple more months and see, along the progress and see how much you've done since the second time we've talked to you.
Well, that sounds amazing. That would be absolutely great. Thank you so much for having me. It's neat to be able to come on a second time so that you can hear, everything that's happened. It's pretty cool.
Not a problem. We'll talk to you real soon, okay, babe?
All right. Thanks so much.
No problem. Have a good night.
All right. Bye.
This is adult film star Annabelle Peaks, and I'm calling in from Mixmaster Beat MMB